Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Liana, with classical pianist with Music Academy International Inc. And again, welcome to my channel. We having over 1,000 subscribers. Yes, over 300 videos. Go into the playlist and see what is there, because I reorganized the entire playlist. Right now it's even easier for you to find so many good stuff over there. It's amazing how much not only quantity and quality and information is into this channel, and I hope this channel is to become the best channel or one of the best channels on the internet, period. So I hope you did check into the into my last video that I made. It's about about the fingering. Very important, how important is fingering. Then I talk about fingering and legato for those that they are more advanced, so do go and check those videos that I just did it. And the awareness in practice, how to practice with awareness and setting yourself one goal at a time, pinpointing exactly the problems that you're having, whatever you're having. And in today's video, finally, we're talking about performance anxiety, right? So this video is for all levels, beginners to advanced, because we all, even a beginner, kids or adults, we all want to play the piano, but ultimately we want to share with your friends, with your husband, with anyone. You share your gifts or your work, and to be proud of what you do, and communicate through music of whatever you're doing it. So how to perform, and a lot of people, they're like so afraid. I'm like, I'm not gonna play in front of people. Oh no, okay. So do understand that performing, it's a skill, needs to be practice. So it's not the same thing to practice as to practice a song. Right now you need to practice how to perform. It's funny, right? Because I was talking like being a teacher, it's a skill. The sight reading, it's another skill. The playing, it's a skill. So everything, it's a different skill, and actually it is different. Performing skill is different than playing. So there's so many people that they can play beautiful by themselves, and then when they want to perform to someone else, they make a lot of mistakes, and then or they frozen is just terrible. So this is what are we talking today, how to manage this and understand this. So every time my students, and me including when I was a student, I was going to the piano lesson, and I was playing the song, and I was making more mistakes than a day before when I would practice at the house. And always, I felt, what the heck, because yesterday I knew it better. And my students, they do the same thing. They're coming here and say, Miss Liana, I practiced this song. And I'm like, I know. But look, I'm making more mistakes. Yesterday I made less mistakes on my practice, but when I'm playing for you for some reason, and I said, well, don't put pressure on you. I hope I'm not intimidating you. You are not intimidating me, but I'm still making mistakes. Well, so in our subconscious, somehow, when we feel that somebody is watching us, in that moment we behave different. Even as a kid, we'll do something, and the dog, the dog will do something when you see, you're watching him, and then he might, jump on the, counter if he's seeing a piece of meat over there, and he will take it. Knowing that you don't watching him. Okay, I'm just making a joke for you too. Alright, so performance. So let's start with step number one. When do you know that the piece or the song that you are learning is ready to be shared with other people? When is that moment? Well, that moment is when you are able to play that piece, I would say minimum 3 times in a row, with no mistakes. So over and over 3 times. If you only can play it 1 time with a mistake, and then the other a mistake here, a mistake, it's not ready. The piece is not ready. So now depends on the piece. If it's a really easy song, you can just do it 3-4 times right now, or 5 times in a row, and you're not making mistakes. You're not afraid of the song, so you are ready to share it with other people. But just wait a second, right? if you have a piece that is like 15 minutes long, right? Or I'm not even saying a sonata that is 25 minutes long, or, a sonata you need to play to be able to play it from the beginning to the end at least 2 times, if not even, again, 3 times. Yes, from the beginning to the end. If it's just one part, definitely, again, I'm saying it 3 times. Okay. Now, during those 3 times, you need to be aware. Awareness, I'm saying it, awareness. Where are the mistakes that you are making it, right? So there are 2 kinds of mistakes. One, they're mistakes that they're on the same spot, and in that moment, obviously, you need to pinpoint the spot and practice whatever it's the situation about. It might be fingering, it might be technicality, I don't know, I'm not going into that subject. Or they are random mistakes. All the time, you make random mistakes. So in that moment, the situation is different. Either you don't focus, and you just spaced out, you play, and boom, your mind is somewhere else. And again, that's a situation in which you gotta go over and over. Or either the piece I'm calling is not yet glued together, so in your mind, they are just pieces of the puzzles, and they're not yet integrated to create one piece. And again, in that moment, the piece is not ready to be performed. You still need to practice over and over and over and over from the beginning to the end, because the mistakes, they can show up in different spots. And always you gotta be aware where are those spots in case that you don't know that spot or something. All right. Now, another tip, definitely, to practice performing. Now, let's say that you already have it 3 times on your own, right? Playing it, and it's going, and you're like, okay, I'm not afraid, right? So right now what you need to do, you need to record yourself, right? And when you record yourself, what's gonna happen? I am telling you from my experience, me, my first recording, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So first of all, I don't like it. It's like right hand too loud, left hand is too loud, something is happening there. I immediately seeing myself, oh, I thought it's faster. Oh, I thought it's slower. Oh, I thought it's more legato. Or I thought I'm doing more than that dynamics that is coming out. So definitely, when you start recording yourself, you have more touch up to do. So that's one. Second, again, you record for another week or so every day before a performance. Let's say you have a performance, or you have a private party, or you have a party, and you want to present this piece. It's your husband, anniversary or something, and you want to play it as a surprise, right? And it's in 2 weeks. Yeah, do practice every day that piece over and over, and then record yourself. Another tip, practicing, this performance. Dress as you will be dressed to that party or that concert or to that recital. Even to the level to the shoes. You can have wrong shoes. I had some wrong shoes that they were bothering me, but they were pretty, with a heel that was higher than I am used to, and I was terrified the entire performance. So make sure that you have comfortable shoes, that you can handle the pedal. Make sure that the dress or whatever is not too tight somewhere. And then you feel totally uncomfortable, or it's itchy somewhere and something. So make sure. So that needs to be, again, practice. All right, what else? All right, so right now let's talk about during the, okay, I have 2 more tips to go. All right. So first of all, when you practice for a performance, and it's happening, you do know the piece, but you make a mistake. So try to figure it out and not be afraid of the mistakes. Do not, a golden rule for practicing, for performing, do not stop. Never, ever stop in the middle of the performance, or take it back, and unless you really cannot make it up. So this is another skill that a professional knows how to get over it and don't even bother. Well, we bother, but we're trying to not bother, right? So what's happening? If you're making one mistake, usually, okay, you move move on, right? If you're making 2 mistakes, I'm already getting annoyed, right? By the 3rd mistake, everyone, if you don't have the right mindset, everyone will go, the performance will go like that, down the hill. And there are going to be either more mistakes, either the tempo is going to be unbalanced because you are so upset of yourself that you made that mistakes that you just can handle, you just want to get out of the stage or out of the performance, do whatever, just disappear, right? So in that case, you need to change your mind, the setting of your mind, change your belief system and say, well, I made a mistake, I went over it, fine. I make another mistake, well, from now on until to the end, I'm going to focus even more than I ever did, and I'm going to make this flawless. So do not go down the hill, control your emotions. This is controlling the emotions. We are human beings and we are emotional, going up and down. In the panic mode, when you are in panic mode, disappointed mode, alert mode, the brain cannot process. So you will make more and more mistakes. So the conclusion is, when you make a mistake, let's say that you're practicing and you make a mistake, random mistakes that you did not pay attention, just don't get upset, go over it. It's not a big deal. Even big pianists in the world, they make mistakes on live performances, believe me. All they make mistakes. It's a wrong note here and there, but nobody stops. Everybody goes over it and make it even better all the way to the end. Now, we're having another subject. I'm getting into another subject regarding performing. Learn your first line not well, very well. Very, 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 very well. I cannot even tell you how well. It's well, right? So what's happening before you go into a performance, I usually call this preparation body, mind, and spirit. We're having again a trinity, body, mind, and soul or something, preparation, right? So what is happening? You need to prepare first of all, your body means fingers, right? Before you go into a performance, stretch, relax, wash it with warm water or something, keep your hands warm, right? That's hands preparation, body. Then the next step, or on the same time, it's mind preparation. Mind preparation, what I'm saying, so you going into a private party or something like that, don't talk with anyone. Hi, how are you? Oh, good to see you. Oh, yeah. And then you go and perform, because your mind is all over the place, right? You go over unless you are a professional, that you can do both, and you play things that you played it a million times before that, right? And you just played it and played it and played, or that song, you know it for 20 years, in a row you played it, and you can play it even in your dreams. But when the song you just learned is new, right? Don't stay and chat with everyone. You just, let's say you want to play this. Right? So what would you do? So while you're walking to perform for a recital or for your, or this one. I'm just, picking up good stuff, good, happy song. In your mind preparation means in your mind you start already singing the song in like a computer, like a CD player, you just start pulsing the beat. Ta ti ta ti taram ti ta tam, and then you just keeping on playing it over and over in your mind while you going on stage or something like that. Once you are on the stage, you bow, curtsy, whatever you're doing there, right? And then you prepare your chair, and while you're checking up the pedal up and down, again you start preparing your soul and put your soul in a spring mode, because this one, it's spring for me, right? So I'm starting smiling and getting there. Ta Tita, even though I feel like although 1,000 people or whatever, they're watching me, my hands, they might be tense or something, or but you still create your own bubble of joy, because if you are in joy, everyone else, it will feel that joy. If you are stressed, everyone else, it will feel your stress. So So you start smiling, okay. And before I'm playing, guess what? Take a deep breath. Right? So do prepare and practice. Or right? So you put yourself in another mood. Or so on and so forth, right? So you put yourself, that means your soul preparation. Your soul preparation goes in that mood. And once you hit the keys, make sure that you keep on going, and then get into the music. Be one with the music, one with as fast as you can. So usually professional, they're trying, or I'm trying to be one with the music from the very first measure. With the students, it's not happening like that. First line is hard because they're like, right? But as fast as you can, you just go and you're pushing through it, and then you don't think. That's when you're touching the divine, because in that moment, time does not exist anymore. You can play for 3 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 40 minutes, and you don't feel the time at all. You don't feel the time. It's just going flawless. But now, there are good performances and bad performances, or okay performances. So in that case, we're talking about okay performances right now. First line, in the middle, what's happening with the mistakes? So you gotta have a very strong mind to hold on onto your emotions and move on. Don't stop. And the last line gotta be absolutely dynamic, absolutely beautiful. So do not mess up the last line like you are giving up. I made so many mistakes and like blah, I just can't wait. No, don't do that. So because everybody, if you have a good ending, even let's say even if it's a nocturne that it's a ending, it's a soft ending, stay into the piece. Let people they will forget. They can cry even if you make 10 mistakes or something into the piece. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Just let the music come out of you and share it with everybody. It's a gift. What else? I'm just wrote here a couple of beginning. Do not stop. Repeat. Oh, do not stop. I said right. Do not stop. Repeat. Improvise. I'm gonna come back there if you make mistakes in between. So as I said, do not stop. What means again? Do not stop. If you freeze, right? The brain freeze because whatever is happening, another thought came into your mind. Improvise, just create an extra measure, I just made up, right? Do whatever is necessary and do not stop, right? And then the first note that comes in your mind when you improvise and you're trying to figure it out how to move on, the first note that it comes can be 3 lines before, 1 line, a page before, a page after. Doesn't matter which spot it's coming back into your mind. That spot that is coming back, take it to that one. Usually some people, they do have a spot or a section or something that can take it right away back, but if you don't have one, just go with whatever comes in your mind, but don't stop. I had one time, I remember I had the sonata, and it's an exposition, development, and then it's a recapitulation. So on recapitulation, guess what happened? I did not pay attention. I was relaxed because I knew I'm towards end. It was, a big development over there. So I was a little relaxed, and guess what happened? I missed the clue, and I went back into the exposition. That means all the way back to the beginning of the song. 10 minutes lost. 10 minutes. Guess what I did? I played it again. Everybody was smiling. The teacher was smiling. The judges, they were smiling. But then I went twice and I showed them, I know this piece. And I played it twice. Nothing else, okay? Good. What else can I give give you. I have more tips here. I wrote here mindset. We don't give up. All right, first line, watch, prepare. Okay, I have another tip that I want to talk with you. You know, some they're aware of this and some they're not. You know, when you have a performance again, you know, or whatever recital, even if it's a little bit, you know, or your kids they're going into a recital, any kind of a recital, could be even a ballet recital, could be a job interview because it is a performance, could be anything, right? So try to really focus on that because that is important for that day. That means take a nap before you go to that performance, right? Job interview could be, or quiz, or test, or whatever it is, you know, big exam or something. Take a nap, dress slowly, don't be late, don't get stuck in traffic, take long time before, so arrive there at least half an hour or whatever before is that performance, exam, job interview, whatever you want to call it, right? So go slow, create a different pace. Don't pay bills. Yeah, don't pay bills to get upset. Don't get in an argument with the kids, with the wife, with your husband, with your sister or brother, with your aunt. Don't get into an argument. Just say, whatever, I'm not thinking, today's my day, and I'm just gonna feel good because I'm gonna deliver a good message. This is this is a privilege. It's a privilege. You gotta be proud of what you're doing, right? You working hard, playing the piano. It's not an easy thing. Everybody thinks it's so romantic. It is because you do it with your heart, but it's commitment and it's work and it's commitment and it's work. And whoever does not play piano doesn't know. They think that it's easy just to move your fingers. It's not. It's not, and you know that. So be proud when you're ready with something. You know, that's a gift from God that you make it work and you create. You know, you materialize and then you give this joy to others. That's really a privilege. You can make people smile or you can make people cry. We're raising the feeling. You go deep into your feeling, and that is it. Again, it's a privilege. That's where the strength of a musician. You know, musician, we don't have money. By the way, if you like these videos and all the other 300 videos, this channel is not monetized. And I consider, you know, that everything is an exchange of energy. So if you like me and the channels, please, you know, you have a PayPal link over there. Doesn't matter if it's $5, $10, $100, or whatever you are. It matters the appreciation that you feel for my energy that I'm putting into, you know, into this video. So it's an exchange of energy. You know, I'm giving you some energy. You give me your appreciation through whatever, a coffee or not, or Patreon, or subscribing, or your comments, or like, or everything that it gives me the feedback that you like all this, you know, all these talks. What else I want to tell you? I think that I kind of, don't talk to people. I kind of cover up. I don't know how long I've been talking, probably already like 15 minutes. I don't want to make it too long on this one. So anyhow, I do offer private master classes, 45, 60 minutes usually, long for you. So you have the email over there. Do subscribe, do pay Patreon, as I said. I don't know what else to say. And, oh, yes, the live streaming every Sunday. Again, I'm doing this from my bottom of my heart, and for you to questions, to gather more questions and know you better. So even if you cannot make it, maybe you are on a different time, on different continent or so, you can write down your questions, and I will try to the next live streaming that I'm doing every Sunday at 6 o'clock for 30-40 minutes with this live streaming. So I'm trying to answer your questions. Usually live streaming goes about news about the channel, about what I'm planning to do, you know, and then it's the Q&A for you. I'm doing this again for you. The channel is not monetized. So again, I do appreciate your appreciation, and I'm gonna see you to the next one. I'm preparing right now to do a big one in regarding relaxation. Let's see how I'm gonna do that. It's a big subject. It's a big subject, and it's a very important chapter. So yeah, stay tuned. More to come. Thank you.